Hey there, this is Jim Donovan. Welcome to the show. I am glad you're here. Today I want to talk about the 6 steps that help my band Rusted Root make it big. Before we get started, I'd like to invite you to take advantage of a free resource I made for you. It's called the Sound Health Newsletter. In it, I share the latest research in music and health. Plus, you'll learn music and wellness exercises that you can use every day to feel your best. Just come visit me at donovanhealth.com to get started today. That's donovanhealth.com. It's actually one of the questions I hear the most often. How did you guys do it? And I'm always more than happy to recount the amazing journey that made one of my lifelong dreams come true. Having reflected on all of our successes over the years, I can now precisely pinpoint the 6 reasons why we quote-unquote made it. I'll get into detail on that in just a moment. But first, let me tell you how it all began. In late 1993, we signed a deal with Mercury Records. Now, at this point, we certainly hadn't achieved headliner status. In fact, we were still practicing in a dingy little rehearsal space in a rundown part of Pittsburgh. Soon after we signed our record contract, we flew out to Pasadena, California to record with our producer, Bill Bottrell. I'll never forget the idea that one of our singers, Jen Wirtz, proposed after we arrived at the recording studio that first day. She suggested, before any of us even touched an instrument, that we sit down and discuss exactly what we wanted to happen during and after the recording of this album. She said, "Let's imagine what success will look like for us, as if it were already true, even if it seems wildly impossible right now." All of us started feverishly brainstorming, drawing and writing and bouncing ideas off of one another. By the end of this impromptu creative planning session, we came to 2 conclusions of what success would look like for us. The first, we wanted our music to be heard by people all over the country and even the world. And we wanted to play live to massive crowds. We knew not every band got to do those things. Even if you have a record deal, that type of success is never guaranteed, especially for a bunch of hippies from Pittsburgh. But we were determined to try. Over the months that followed, we kept those 2 goals top of mind with everything we did. In the studio, we recorded every take of every song with the same level of energy as if we were playing to a stadium full of people. We gave it our all every single time. And when the album was finally complete, we played every single live show as if the masses were already there, even though the first leg of the tour only drew small groups of people. Months later, Mr. Robert Plant, yes, the Robert Plant, frontman of Led Zeppelin, somehow came across our album. I can't find the words to explain how it felt to know that one of the most legendary names in rock and roll history, and one of my personal heroes, listened to our music. This turned out to be one of our big breaks. He personally requested for us to be the opening band during his Jimmy Page and Robert Plant 1995 tour throughout America and the UK. It felt like everything just started falling into place. Our biggest hit single, Send Me On My Way, topped the charts and was played on radio stations throughout North America. Then we landed an opening slot for the Grateful Dead at Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh. Then our record, When I Woke, went on to sell over 3 million copies. For the remainder of the 90s and early into the 2000s, we became a staple touring band, playing for anywhere from 20,000 to 30,000 people per night. We'd done what had often felt impossible in those early days. We'd made it. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the release of that record, When I Woke. And I'm proud and grateful that our music remains relevant. To this day, it's still being featured in movies, popular TV shows, and commercials. And even though I left the band years ago to focus on my family, we all remain friends and get together on occasion to jam. So here's the 6-step formula that we use to help us on our journey. And I think it's something that you might be able to use as well. Now, although it took me a little while to recognize them, I've come to realize that there were 6 key steps that played a pivotal role in bringing our dreams to fruition. And the best part is I've been able to apply this formula over and over again to help me realize even more dreams and build the life I want to live. In fact, all of my work, including this podcast, has come about using the same 6 steps. First, Determine what your ultimate goal is. What would make you the happiest if it were to come true? Number 2, decide that it is possible, even if it seems highly unlikely. Third, set your intentions. By that, I mean regularly think, talk, and write about your dream or goal as if it is inevitable. This is one of the most important things we did as a band back in 1993. That first day in the recording studio, we visualized and discussed what our definition and picture of success would be. And I believe having that clear picture in mind was instrumental in helping us achieve the goals. So tell people you trust about your dreams and goals. You can even create a tangible representation by sketching it out or making a collage or even a vision board. Fourth, take consistent daily actions towards your goal, even if they are seemingly small, like sending a follow-up email, signing up for a class, or finally making that one special purchase. And give each action, no matter how minor, your full effort and attention as if your ultimate success depends on it, because it does. Fifth, remain patient, but be sure to celebrate each victory, both small and large, as you progress. And then sixth, nurture what you create. Become disciplined in deciding when it's appropriate to go all in or when to take a step back and give yourself some space. And more importantly, be sure to nurture your health through the whole process. So what's your burning passion? What dream do you have that would absolutely thrill you if it were to come true? It's never too late to use the power of setting intentions and consistent action to bring about what you want. Whether it's writing a novel, improving your health, getting out of debt, or even climbing a tall mountain. Your destiny is entirely up to you. I would love to hear what's at the top of your bucket list. If you're willing, just drop me a line on the Sound Health Facebook page, and thank you again for listening. Well, that's it for today. I appreciate you tuning in. Remember to come see us on our social media channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Just search Jim Donovan Sound Health. Now, before you go, I'd like to let you know about a free resource I made for you. It's called the Sound Health Newsletter. In it, I share the latest research in music and health in an easy-to-understand form. I also share beginner-friendly music and wellness exercises that you can use every day to feel your best. When you sign up, you also get discounts and first access to all of my Sound Health products and events. Remember, it's completely free. If you'd like it, just visit donovanhealth.com and enter your name and email address, and I'll start sending you new issues right away. While you're on the website, you can also read full transcripts of this show and check out a ton of other valuable resources. If you have any feedback, send me an email to feedback@donovanhealth.com. All the information presented on this show is for educational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. Lastly, come and visit me on our Sound Health Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube channels. I'd love to see you there. The Sound Health Podcast is produced by OmniVista Health Learning and Donovan Health Solutions. For Sound Health, this is Jim Donovan. See you next time.